I panicked for 2 minutes. Absolutely panicked. I was literally in November. I was sweating. So I calmed myself down in 2 minutes. I went to the one markers first. I realized one markers are very easy. I completed all the one markers in like 2 minutes. It gave me a lot of confidence that oh no, I am fine. And when you actually whoever has given the exam, they will realize the questions which everyone was scared of were actually the most easiest ones because the answer was actually in the paragraph only.
हाय। आज मेरे साथ हैं तवीश गर्ग जिन्होंने आरबीआई ग्रेड बी 2024 एग्ज़ाम को फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में क्लियर किया है। इस इंटरव्यू का मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ये नहीं है कि आप एक इनसे स्ट्रैटेजी समझिए, क्योंकि हर बंदे की स्ट्रैटेजी अलग होगी। मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ये रहने वाला है कि आप इस इंटरव्यू को देखकर इनसे इंस्पिरेशन ले, एक फाइटिंग स्पिरिट इनकलकेट करें जो इन्होंने दिखाई है, क्योंकि इनकी जर्नी में बहुत अप्स एंड डाउन्स रहे हैं। इंटरव्यू शुरू करने से पहले मैं तवीश के बारे में 3 चीज़ें बताना चाहूँगा। एक तो भाई, इन्होंने जो आरबीआई ग्रेड बी की तैयारी की है वो 0 रुपीज़ में की है। मतलब इन्होंने कहीं भी कुछ भी कोर्स या कोई टेस्ट सीरीज खरीदने के लिए एक भी पैसा नहीं खर्चा है। ये एडुटैप के भी पेड सब्सक्राइबर नहीं है। इन्होंने फ्री मटेरियल यूज़ किया है एडुटैप का, और एडुटैप का ही नहीं, और भी बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूट का, जितने भी मार्केट में तकरीबन सारे इंस्टीट्यूट का इन्होंने फ्री मटेरियल यूज़ किया है। तो जो लोग सोचते हैं कि सिर्फ एक स्ट्रक्चर्ड कोर्स लेने से ही या बेस्ट कोर्स लेने से ही, सो कॉल्ड बेस्ट कोर्स लेने से ही सिलेक्शन होगा, आप इनका एग्जाम्पल देख लीजिए। सिलेक्शन के लिए इंटेंट चाहिए, कोर्स बाद में काम आता है। दूसरी चीज़ जो मैं इनके बारे में बताना चाहूँगा कि भैया ये एक वन ऑफ दी, मतलब मैं बहुत ही क्या बोलूँ कि रिस्पेक्टेड हमारे जो इंस्टीट्यूट हैं आईआईटीज़, वहाँ से हैं। आईआईटी बॉम्बे से इन्होंने केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग की है। बेन एंड कंपनी में इन्होंने वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है इनका। और जो हमें लगता है ना कि यार ये बंदे जो आईआईटी वाले हैं या अच्छी अच्छी कंपनीज में काम कर रहे हैं, अच्छा अच्छा वर्क एक्स, इनके लिए बहुत इजी है एग्जाम्स क्रैक करने, तो ये एक गलत धारणा है। ये लोग भी इतना कॉन्फिडेंस से लाइफ जीते हैं कि जब डाउनफॉल देखना होता है ना, तो यू गेट इनटू अ डिफरेंट जोन। तो इन्होंने अपनी आईआईटी की पढ़ाई, जॉब तो है ही इनकी जो हम बात करेंगे, बट इन्होंने जो यूपीएससी में 3 साल प्रिपरेशन की और अनसक्सेसफुल रहे, उसका जो इन्होंने एक ट्रॉमा देखा है, एक एक डाउनफॉल देखा है करियर में, उसकी भी हम बात करेंगे। तीसरी चीज़, इन्होंने आरबीआई ग्रेड बी सिर्फ 1.5 महीने की तैयारी से क्रैक किया है। अब 1.5 महीना सुनकर काफ़ी एक्साइटमेंट हो जाती है, काफ़ी लोगों को लगेगा कि क्या मैं भी 2 महीने में तैयारी कर सकता हूँ। आप उस 1.5 महीने को मत देखिए, आप उस एफर्ट को देखिए जो उस 1.5 महीना तैयारी करने से पहले ये बाकी एग्जाम्स में लगा चुके हैं, जो यूपीएससी की प्रिपरेशन में ये 3 साल लगा चुके हैं। उसका उनको एक्चुअल फायदा हुआ है कि ये 1.5 महीने में उस एग्जाम को क्रैक कर पाए। तो इन्हीं सारे एस्पेक्ट्स पे तैयारी करेंगे, और मैं ये आपको भरोसा दिलाता हूँ कि तवीश जितना अनफिल्टर्ड ये इंटरव्यू देने वाले हैं, आपने आज तक ऐसा अनफिल्टर्ड इंटरव्यू नहीं देखा होगा। बहुत ही दिल से बोलते हैं, और मैं तवीश रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वही जो स्पिरिट है, जो दिल से बोलने वाला आपका एक जुनून है, वो आप इस इंटरव्यू में जरूर दिखाइए।
Definitely, sir.
चलो, वेलकम।
Thank you so
सो
much.
तवीश, सबसे पहले हाउ डू यू फील अब जब आप आरबीआई में सेलेक्ट हो गए और इतनी स्ट्रगल के बाद आरबीआई में सेलेक्ट हुए हो, इतने हाइज के बाद लोज देखकर आरबीआई में सेलेक्ट हुए हो, तो अभी कैसा फील हो रहा है? इज इट अ फीलिंग ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड, इज इट अ फीलिंग ऑफ बीइंग द बेस्ट, और इज इट अ फीलिंग ऑफ बीइंग रिलीव्ड?
Sir, I think it's very humbling feeling. It's a very relieving feeling. Sir, I tell you, I kid you not, जब results आए थे, I literally asked my friends to confirm that this is my roll number, and I couldn't believe that I have cleared the exam, because as you told, I have seen certain failures in my life in the past, and that trauma was there that this couldn't be my roll number. So it's actually a great feeling. I couldn't breathe after seeing my result for, I'm telling you, some few minutes I couldn't breathe, and but once I confirmed it, I'm absolutely super happy, and actually I'm looking forward to the ways I would be able to contribute to this job and how this job will contribute in my growth. So,
तो सबसे पहले आपने रिजल्ट किसको इन्फॉर्म किया? हु इज क्लोजेस्ट टू यू?
so my mom is like my guardian angel. So.
हाँ, तो व्हाट वाज द मॉम्स रिएक्शन? बिकॉज शी वुड आल्सो बी फीलिंग द lows that you were going through at that time?
My mom's first reaction was, so she is a Punjabi. So I was like, so सच्ची दस पक्का ना, confirm कर लिया ना, कि तो गलत तो नहीं हैगा ना. So she also couldn't believe it. So it's 9 p.m. के around results आए थे sir. And the thing was कि so we have this fixed thing that we call each other at 11 a.m. in the morning. And whenever I used to call at any other time, she used to feel results आ गए. And when I called her at 9 p.m., she was already like out of breath. She was like, क्या हो गया है? And when I told her, she was silent on the phone for 1 minute, and then she spoke, and then I spoke to my father, and that was the most amazing feeling one can feel.
So nice. I think we cannot explain that feeling.
No.
क्योंकि इतना एफर्ट लगा होता है उस मोमेंट को रियलाइज करने के लिए कि जब वो रियलाइज होती है ना तो हमें यकीन नहीं होता है.
I had to go out in an open area and jump like continuously to actually feel and actually understand कि I have cleared it. This is such a great feeling, sir.
नाइस नाइस. तो थोड़ा पीछे जाते हैं.
Yes, sir.
वेयर योर जर्नी स्टार्टेड. आपने IIT की बेन एंड कंपनी में आप काम कर रहे थे. तो बेन एंड कंपनी इज वेरी ब्रांडेड कंपनी, आई वुड से, रिनोन्ड नेम. पैकेज अच्छा, आई थिंक विद इन 4-5 years एवरीबडी स्टार्ट्स अर्निंग 70-80 lakhs.
Yes, sir.
तो आपने यूपीएससी करने का सोचा, वो कीड़ा या मोटिवेशन जो भी आप उसको समझे, वो क्यों आया? मतलब एक वेल सेटल्ड जॉब है यार, एंड यू एज एन IITian यू कुड हैव ग्रोन मच मोर. और आपके जैसे बंदे को देख के लगता नहीं है कि यूपीएससी में कोई पावर या एक्स्ट्रा मनी का भी मोटिवेशन होगा. तो वो क्या कीड़ा था ऐसा कि यार यूपीएससी करना है अब?
So I think one of the things about being in such a great institute, that is the IIT Bombay, once that gives you a lot of confidence and you can do anything. So one thing was, and it also gives you a feeling that you want to do what you really want to do rather than what you are given at hand. So my life at Bain and my work life at Bain was absolutely amazing. I did learn a lot. So, but I didn't get the satisfaction of actually doing something for the society. And actually COVID-19 has been a turning point for me, sir. So when I realized that I actually derived that gratification from working on ground, and I didn't just feel it. I actually talked to actual IAS officers working on ground to see, what work I'll be doing, whether I actually feel कि ये मेरे को काम करना है. I want to see myself doing that. So I made a decision like 6 months. I talked to a lot of people. I looked at the syllabus, and then only I decided that I'll start preparing for it.
तो ये जो आपने यूपीएससी के लिए किया था, ये आरबीआई की प्रिपरेशन शुरू करने से पहले आरबीआई के लिए भी किया था?
Yes, sir. So one thing with me is I need to have an image in mind, which is my future image, which I see myself doing, whichever exam I'm preparing for. So before RBI, I talked to a few of RBI Grade B officers who are actually working in the firm for last 3-4 years, and I asked them, आप क्या करते हो? What is your daily schedule look like? That's my first question. And then I make an image whether I want to see myself doing that, whether I want to see myself being in that shoes and doing that for the country. It might be, it might not be, but that is a very important thing for me. Even though I had a very less time for preparation, but I spent about a week deciding whether I want to go for RBI or not. So as I told you, I do give a lot of effort in deciding whether I want to go for the war. And the efforts in the war is equivalent, sir. I think the question of do you want to go for that war is an equally important question of what you're doing in the war.
So money was never a motivation, that what you see on YouTube, salary इतना है, perks इतने हैं, इतना in hand आएगा. That was never the motivation. You always decide what you want to do depending upon that image, कि क्या जो ये लोग कर रहे हैं मुझे वो करना है. That is all about work.
It was absolutely about work, sir. If as I told you, if I show you my YouTube history, I googled today what is the perks of being an RBI Grade B officer.
First time today. Even after results, I didn't say it. Even after result, I was just thinking, I'll work a fintech department, I'll work a financial inclusion department, I'll do that. And I realized I should know what salary I'll be getting because my parents was asking. So I literally googled, I opened notification, checked ki salary kya hai is job ki. Because that was never a motivation, because I know I can reach a certain amount of salary. I have that confidence I can reach it in corporate world any day. But that is not my motivation. After a certain point of time, after some certain number of salary, you don't really care what comes to your bank account. You just want, what am I doing? Am I doing something for the society, or how am I growing my personality? How did my work matter to somebody? So that's the only point which I have, and that was the core motivation, sir, for RBI. I'm glad you were selected, and I think RBI needs people like you.
I hope I do great work, sir.
सो जो आपने मतलब आपकी जर्नी को मैं देखता हूँ तो मतलब इतने अच्छे ग्रेड्स 10th और 12th में, फिर आईआईटी बॉम्बे, फिर बेन एंड कंपनी, आईआईटी बॉम्बे में भी बहुत अच्छे ग्रेड्स, मतलब आप ऐसे ग्राफ ऐसे जा रहा है, मतलब मैं हाइपर बोला भी क्या बोलूँ ऐसा, मतलब बिल्कुल. एंड सडनली व्हेन यू स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर यूपीएससी यू वर वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट कि यार फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में मैं तो निकाल लूंगा, है ना, फर्स्ट नहीं तो सेकंड में निकाल लूंगा. एंड देन सडनली यू रियलाइज प्रीलिम्स ही नहीं क्लियर हो रहा है या 3 अटेम्प्ट्स हो गए हैं, देयर इज नो लाइट एट द एंड ऑफ द टनल. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ फीलिंग यू वर हैविंग? कॉन्फिडेंस तो ब्रेक हुआ ही हुआ, और भी बहुत कुछ खो दिया था तब तक लाइफ में आपने. जॉब जा चुकी, मतलब सैलरी में जो इंक्रीमेंट आप शायद देख रहे थे वो आपको नहीं मिल रहे होंगे बिकॉज यू आर फोकसिंग मोर ऑन यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन.
Right.
तो क्या क्या फीलिंग आ रही थी आपको उस टाइम?
Sir, to be honest, I think जो एक self I think the one thing which I've learned from my good grades in 10th, 12th, IIT Bombay, Bain is it has helped me grow my self confidence a lot. That was uski shattering was the major issue that happened with these failures. But having said that, I would say ki if these failures wouldn't have happened, I would not have been a humble person today. I might have been a very egoistic person, and that takes you nowhere. But I have realized that today. I was only seeing ups and ups and ups, and I was not actually okay with failures. Now I'm actually okay with failures, and because failures are inevitable in my life. If I wouldn't have seen failures in UPSC, I would have seen it somewhere else, and that is much more greater learning than actually at IIT or at Bain. The learning of failures, handling those failures, how to get out of those failures, that was actually the major. That is actually much more important than my last 25 years of life.
Nobody teaches us this. No IIT, no school teaches us this, that how to handle failures, how to come out of failures.
And nobody can teach you, sir. You will have to feel that feeling. You will have to get out of that feeling. You will have to learn from that feeling. No one is really gonna tell you, oh, तेरे को आज failure feel हो रहा है, तू ऐसा कर ले. That is not gonna happen. You have to feel that. You have to get out of it. Once you learn how to do it, then you actually are okay with taking risks, doing something which is not, let's say, which society might not like, which your parents might not like. You are confident that I would be okay even if this thing fails. So that is another kind of confidence which I got, that okay, let's try RBI. I only have 1.5 months, but I can do it. And I am okay with failure, but I will try my best. I will be okay with failure only if I have tried my best. I will not be okay with my failure if I knew, because then guilt comes in. If you're truly honest with yourself, you will know कि यार मैंने उतनी मेहनत ही नहीं करी थी, तो I could not have cleared. तो अब बुरा लगेगा. जब आपने जिस दिन आपको पता है ना कि I had given my everything to that exam, and even if then I नहीं clear हुआ तो ठीक है, I might have better things planned for me in future. It's okay. The day you don't know कि यार मैंने तो करी ही नहीं थी मेहनत और उतना एफर्ट नहीं डाला था, then failure से आप ओवरकम नहीं कर पाओगे, because then the guilt will come in. That is harmful.
और इस जर्नी में जब हमारे फेलियर्स हो रहे होते हैं, हम नीचे आ रहे होते हैं, तो हम खुद से तो परेशान होते ही हैं बिकॉज वी आर नॉट एबल टू मीट आवर एक्सपेक्टेशंस, और कहीं ना कहीं एक कंपैरिजन होने लग जाता है क्योंकि हमारे दोस्त या हमारी फैमिली में कुछ लोग हमसे आगे निकल रहे होते हैं या आगे निकल चुके होते हैं. आपके फ्रेंड्स भी कॉर्पोरेट में बहुत आगे पहुंच गए होंगे या कुछ ने शायद आईएएस भी क्लियर कर लिया होगा आपके साथ तैयारी करते करते. तो उस कंपैरिजन को आप कैसे हैंडल करते थे? उसको अवॉइड करते थे या उसको एक्सेप्ट करते थे?
So the one thing about being in such a prestigious college is that everyone is actually absolutely brilliant. So I have a very small close circle, but if I tell you, one is a Harvard MBA, one is an IPS officer, one is doing some startup which has gotten for funding, and a lot more. Like there are n number of examples like that. So when people actually suggested me that I should get off Instagram and I should not compare it with what people are doing, I should just avoid that. But मैंने realize किया avoiding is not the right thing to do. I actually wanted to face them. I actually wanted to be okay with it, that oh, if you're doing XYZ, I'm actually doing ABC, and ABC works for me, maybe it doesn't work for you. And मेरे लिए वो okay होना बहुत important था, that जो मैं कर रहा हूँ मेरे लिए वो सही है, जो लोग कर रहे हैं उनके लिए मे भी वो सही है. And I think this is very important, because वो comparison ना आप उसे भाग नहीं पाओगे एक point के बाद. एक point के बाद वो आपको रास्ते मिल गया दोस्त, क्या करोगे? सोशल मीडिया ने नहीं दिखाया उसने क्या किया, बट वो आके मिलेगा तो बताएगा वो क्या कर रहा है. देन यू वुड बी डेवास्टेटेड. once you become okay with what people are doing and you know what you are doing is you are putting in all what you are doing, then you would be okay
I
with it.
think avoiding leads to jealousy and accepting it leads to kind of motivation that
And it
मुझे
leads
भी
to
कुछ करना
being
है.
very humble also. You know that, oh, matlab, if I have taken this decision, it took a lot of sacrifice, it took a lot of courage, and I don't need to be that hard on myself. I can be proud of myself that actually I had the courage to go for RBI, go for UPSC, and whatever I wanted to do.
तो आपकी जर्नी में अभी तक 3 लर्निंग्स क्या होंगी? मतलब अगर आप अपने ही जैसा कोई एस्पिरेंट देखें जो कमिटेड है, तैयारी करना चाहता है, क्लियर करना चाहता है, कमिटेड है, अच्छे बैकग्राउंड से है,
Right.
आप उसको क्या एडवाइस देंगे फ्रॉम योर लर्निंग्स? नॉट नेसेसरली भी कि ये पढ़ ले, ओवरऑल अबाउट लाइफ एंड अबाउट स्टडीज.
So I think one first thing most important for me is it might sound very cliche, but having belief in yourself. अगर वो if he has been as hardworking as I am, he would think a lot about himself. He would think कि मैं ही अच्छा हूँ और मैं ही ऐसा हूँ, मैं ही ऐसा हूँ. Keep that feeling कि I am very hardworking, I will achieve it. Even if I face 10 failures, I will achieve it in the 11th success would be there. So never feel like कि मेरा failure हो गया तो I am not a good person. मेरे जो last 25 years का hard work था, that was a hoax. No, it was there and it will help you. Secondly, I think, sir, it's very important to have a support system. When people like me, who are over disciplined, sometimes they feel like, oh, I can't talk to my friends, it will take up my time and I need to give my all of my time in my preparation. I don't believe it, sir. I feel like giving my time I have given to my friends in this preparation has actually helped me a lot more than any PDF I read. Because it helps you deal with this pressure, it helps you be a human being. Otherwise you would be a robot. And being from such a pedigree which I come from, you are kind of trained to be over disciplined, and that's not good for this preparation. And so third is, I would say, be honest with yourself. Sometimes one is not honest with themselves ki, oh, I have been good till now, I am good in this also, but it might not be true. You just need to accept it ki, oh, I might not be good in this, maybe do I need to pivot, do I need to do something else, do I need to change. So be flexible, be true to yourself. Don't be like, because मैं इतने अच्छे कॉलेज से हूँ, because I am so hardworking, because I have achieved so much in last 25 years, I should achieve this also. It might not be for you. Be okay with it.
And what has been the biggest sacrifice that you have made in your preparation?
Sir, I think biggest sacrifice is losing out some of the important people in my life. So because as I told you, the support system is important, but you can't have like 100 people ka support system. If I had 100 friends earlier, I had to keep very small inner circle, which are the closest to me, and I had to let go of my outer circle, which were other people. They were decently good friend of mine. I would have liked to keep in connect with them, but then I realized that was not able to, and I feel bad about it. Definitely, that's one loss I have, which I'll try to cover up now.
Sure. I think, as you said, that support system comes only if you are connected socially. So that helps. तो आपने जो भी अभी हार्डवर्क किया, यूपीएससी में यू सीन लॉट ऑफ फेलियर्स, बट आरबीआई में कहीं ना कहीं हेल्प किया. सो काफ़ी बार लोग बोलते हैं ना कि यार हार्डवर्क से ज़्यादा किस्मत चाहिए, हार्डवर्क बेकार चला जाता है, या स्मार्ट वर्क करो या किस्मत लाओ. तो व्हाट इज़ योर टेक ऑन दिस, ऑनेस्ट टेक? क्या आपको लगता है कि आपका वही यूपीएससी वाला हार्डवर्क आपको आरबीआई में हेल्प किया है?
So first of all, my take on luck or destiny is, I assume the worst case scenario. I assume that I'm going to be unlucky. Will my hard work going to compensate for it? I assume that something bad is going to happen that day. Will my hard work going to compensate for it? So I work at a level where even if I'm being very unlucky, even if God has not planned RBI for me, He will see my hard work and be like, no, let's just give this to this person. I actually believe it. I actually on a daily basis, even before my interview, I was thinking, God को believe करवाना है मेरे को कि I deserve this job.
हिंदी में कहावत भी है ना, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि खुदा कुछ करने से पहले तुझसे पूछे कि बता तेरी विश क्या है, रजा क्या है.
Right. I absolutely believe in this. I feel luck is a result of your hard work. when we get failures, no, we blame it on our luck. But if you actually deep down think it was your hard work which kind of lagged. I'm not saying it is for everybody. Sometimes things go wrong and you generally had worked hard. But I don't feel that way. I feel like you put I honestly feel like hard work never goes waste. Even if you were lucky, so quote unquote lucky on that unlucky that day, your hard work which you put in at whatever will be helpful one day, and have faith in that. If you genuinely believed you worked hard, you might not get RBI, you will get something else which was meant for you. So that's luck, that's destiny.
बट सेलेक्ट होने के बाद हम ऐसा बोल देते हैं कि हार्ड वर्क हेल्प करता है. जब हम सेलेक्ट नहीं होते हैं तब भी क्या आपके मन में सेम फीलिंग आती थी कि यूपीएस में तीसरी बार भी रह गए, तब आपको क्या ऐसा नहीं लगता था कि यार हार्ड वर्क तो बहुत किए तो मतलब मेरा लक मेरा साथ नहीं दे रहा?
नहीं सर, आई एम ट्रू बिलीवर ऑफ कि मेरा हार्ड वर्क ही कहीं लाग करता है. दैट्स व्हाई आई थिंक आई एम एबल टू कम अप फ्रॉम माई फेलियर्स अ बिट क्विकर देन अदर पीपल, बिकॉज आई ओनली लुक एट my work. I only look at my actions, what or inactions, what I did or didn't do for the preparation, rather than thinking because it's not helping anybody. Even if I think, right, let's assume I'm thinking, oh मेरा उस दिन मैं unlucky रहा, तो अब what's next? Unlucky रहा, मैं फ्यूचर में भी रह सकता हूँ unlucky, मतलब कुछ भी हो सकता है. What's the action I can take? What I can do अभी? The only thing I can really do is change my course of action, change my course of hard work, put in more efforts. You can't change your luck. You can't change your destiny if you believe in that. The only thing you can do is what you are doing, right? You can't change anything. You can't change what God has written for you. So that's there.
Nice, very nice views. I think it comes from a very mature mind. और वो शायद mature mind जो ठोकरे खा के बंदा सीखता है ना, उसी से बनता है. Now let's move to the preparation part. I hope this part was inspiring for the people कि यार सबकी लाइफ में चीज़ें मुश्किल हैं. रो मत, फाइट करो, हार्ड वर्क करो, लक पे ज़्यादा निर्भर मत रहो, ठीक है. और फेलियर्स आएंगे, मल्टीपल अटेम्प्ट्स दो, लड़ो, मतलब एक जुनून रखो और सिर्फ पैसे के लिए आरबीआई में मत जाओ. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू द प्रिपरेशन जर्नी. फेज़ 1 में अगर मैं बोलूँ तो अगेन मतलब क्वांट रीजनिंग में आपने मुझे अपने मार्क्स बताए, 15 मार्क्स क्वांट में और 17 रीजनिंग में. क्वांट में तो मतलब बहुत फाड़ू मार्क्स हैं. इसका क्या राज है?
सर इसका राज है कि मैंने फर्स्ट क्लास बचपन से मैथ्स बहुत फोकस किया है.
हाँ,
एंड मैथ्स हैज बीन माय लव इन माय लाइफ.
तो आईआईटीएन वाला तड़का हमने यहाँ लगा के 15 मार्क्स ले लिए.
सिर्फ ये तड़का नहीं है, टू बी ऑनेस्ट आई गिव अ लॉट ऑफ मॉक्स टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट वर्क्स फॉर मी, व्हाट डजंट वर्क फॉर मी. आई थिंक what happens in this quant, no, so you need to know what you don't know. मतलब you actually need to be clear कि वो मेरे को ये नहीं आता है, और I take too much time in these questions. तो मेरे को with practice I had with multiple trial and errors कि मेरे लिए ये अप्रोच काम करती है, वो नहीं करती. I made a list of questions जो मुझे अटेम्प्ट नहीं करना है. मेरे को क्वेश्चन देखा, I'll skip next even if it's the easiest question of the paper, because I know कि वो मेरे को टाइम लेते हैं. And I had a strategy in mind कि I'll first attempt DI, I'll secure 10 marks with 2 DIs, and then I'll look for other questions in 20 questions I think, where I'll try to figure out कि मुझे और maximize कैसे करने हैं marks. So that was my strategy. But did it come on the first day? No. So I gave like 25 mocks, and then I realized कि oh, this is working for me. So that's how.
And this might not work for anybody else.
This is not going to work for 90% people maybe. But you need to understand with your trial and with your mistakes what is working for you. It might be that let's say my strategy, whatever I'm going to say from now on in the interview, is absolutely bullshit to you, but it might work for somebody, and you have to decide your course of action. What is your trial, what is your error, what is your course of action going to be? That's for yours to make.
तो इस पॉइंट से लेसन ये मत लेना कि डीआई करनी है, लेसन ये लेना कि अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी बनाओ और उसको प्रैक्टिस करके उसको शार्पन करो. रीजनिंग में क्या स्ट्रैटेजी थी? रीजनिंग में भी अच्छे मार्क्स हैं, 17.
Sir, to be honest, my reasoning was not very good. That I knew from day one. मैंने again with the trial and errors, I realized कि puzzles are not the thing for me. I can do puzzles, but I can't do in that pressure, in that we already tired from that 1 hour plus exam. So I, from my third or fourth mock, I decided I'm not going to touch a single puzzle. This might sound like very scandalous to some people. I didn't touch a single puzzle on the final day also, and in any of the mocks, because it makes sense. In 60 questions which reasoning has, 30 are approximately 30 are puzzle, 30 are non-puzzle. If I maximize my marks in the 30 questions which are non-puzzle, I would be able to clear sectional cutoff in reasoning any day. So that was my only target in reasoning. Did I get to know in this in the first case? No. Again, trial and error. What works for you? Maybe you are a puzzle person and you are not a very critical reasoning person. Do that. Try to find out what is working for you.
So don't make your strategy. Rather, do some trial and error thing,
Yes.
and then come out with a strategy. What is working with you,
Pick up a pen and paper and work hard.
and don't
to
just
say.
make a strategy in your mind.
Exactly. Actually, like, give a paper, give mock, see what didn't work for you. Did you pressurize while solving the puzzle in the exam? That is gonna work.
Exactly. So next, I want to ask you about GA. GA maybe you have scored very good, 33 in a very difficult exam, I would say, out of 80. तो जीए में क्या स्ट्रैटेजी थी? और आपके पास कोई कोर्स भी नहीं था. लोग तो कोर्स लेकर भी 20 नंबर नहीं स्कोर कर पाते. हमने बिना कोर्स के 33 नंबर स्कोर कर लिए. सो उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए.
Sir, I'll answer this in two parts. One is the content I read, and second is how I attempted the paper. In the content I read, as I told you, I didn't leave a single free material available. I looked at Cloud Affairs magazine. I looked at RBI annual report summaries. I looked at Vision's budget and economic survey summaries and multiple other sources. But one thing I did was I tuned out all the noise which were there in all those materials.
Noise means जो clutter था आपने सिर्फ जो required part था वो उठा लिया.
Exactly, sir. And I used to make my own notes. It might sound impossible in given the 1 month or 1.5 month I had, but I think that helped me because the notes, that is the main thing, because you need to understand that you will have very few time per question to attempt it. Only thing you need is the one word association. What was the export? Around 800 billion. That is the only thing you need to remember. Other English is and the is absolutely noise which you need to cancel out, and that I did for all of the materials I read. I actually made summaries of the summaries of the summaries, so that I only remember the important part and not any other noise. And secondly, sir, in the attempting part, I made sure that I go to the 80th question also. Like I from the first mock I gave, I made sure that I'm so fast in attempting that I go to the 80th question before time ends, because even if I know the 80th question, I won't attempt it.
But how? Because mainly people struggle कि यार क्वेश्चन इतना बड़ा होता है कि पूरे क्वेश्चन भी वो पढ़ नहीं पाते हैं. How do you make sure कि आप 80th क्वेश्चन पे पहुंचे? What was that selective technique?
Because you, in every question, if the question is on, I don't know, CBDC, you need to look at the word CBDC, look at the options. Because there would be only one right answer about CBDC. You don't need to read the entire question. Because matlab, what would have been asked, because you have seen those numbers. 4 numbers are not known to you, 1 number is, आपको पता है ये नंबर देखा है मैंने, that's the number. You don't need to read the entire question, you don't need to read the entire options. That's one thing. Secondly, sir, I used to make very smart logical cases which I feel. For example, if the statement is, for example, the exports of pharmaceuticals in India has reached 200 billion. You don't know it, but you know that 800 billion are total exports. It's not even 800, 700 something billion. And it adding to services also. 400 billions are the goods export. 200 be pharmaceutical export? No, not possible. So cut in like 1 second. So that's the quick thinking which you need. That of course has come from a UPSC preparation, which is the hard work which is not seen.
Maybe that IITian mindset.
That IITian mindset. I think in general, in my daily life, I'm like kind of that person. But that it's, even if you're not today, you can be, because that's like a normal logical sense which you can develop with a lot of mocks which you give. Because that I developed with the mocks. But in the initial mocks, I was only using 60th question. I realized I need to change. I need to fasten up things. So that's when I realized I don't need to read the entire question. I don't need to read the entire options. Just one words. That's how I made the notes also. That helped. I think broadly, so that's it.
तो मतलब जो आपने नोट्स बनाए, आपने बोला वो मतलब आई कैनॉट इमेजिन. आपने खुद बोला कि 1.5 महीने में मैंने सारे नोट्स बनाए. तो आप बनाते कैसे थे? मतलब इट वाज जस्ट अबाउट राइटिंग नंबर्स या कुछ एक्सेल शीट में बनाते थे?
Sir, it's my major notes in all of my life so far has been in Excel sheets only. So for example, if I'm reading PDF, let's take an example. There are 4 news on the first page. I'll make 1 line for each news. So in each Excel tab, there would be 1 line for that news. If there are 10 numbers in that news, I'll write those 10 numbers in 1 line only. So that I have, for example, let's again for exports numbers. Export 800 billion to 300 services, rest goods. That's everything is in 1 line. So whenever I revise it, I'll have all those numbers. Exports related मैंने 4 numbers पढ़े हुए हैं. So options में कौन से हैं? ये वाले हैं.
मतलब जितनी भी न्यूज थी उसमें से सब इंग्लिश काट दी. दा इज ये वो बस नंबर लिख लिए, बिकॉज आई थिंक पेपर में आते ही नंबर्स हैं.
Exactly. I think 1.1 people might have about RBA circulars. I did RBA circulars also for phase 1, phase 2. I think for phase 1, it's absolutely clear that they are going to ask what they changed. What if
what
RBA
they have
changed
changed or
something.
what they have introduced.
Exactly. So you just, in that 10-page document or in that 10-page summary which any institute had made, you just need to look at one line what was the major change that was made. My absolutely RBA circulars is, every RBA circular is one line summary. And that's it. That's it. You don't need to do any English. You don't need
I actually love that, but for the sake of students who are not able to cram numbers, they always request कि सर पूरा समझाओ बेसिक से ताकि वो याद रहे. मुझे लगता है वो इतना पढ़ने के चक्कर में जो मेन चीज होती है उसको हम भूल जाते हैं, रदर हम कॉन्सेप्ट में चले जाते हैं, which unfortunately they are not asking. They should ask that.
Right. Well, because you have to understand the demand of the paper, right? Paper is not asking you, so why should I do it? Why should I put in lot?
And I think RBI might have a valid reason, क्योंकि उनके पास इतना डेटा आता है यार. मतलब आप सोचो कि PI numbers, ये नंबर, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नंबर्स, इन्फ्लेशन नंबर्स, कि अगर आप नंबर्स को याद नहीं रख सकते, उनसे खेल नहीं सकते, then you are not an economist.
Exactly.
चलो अब हम फेज 2 की प्रिपरेशन पे मूव करते हैं. एंड वन थिंग यू टोल्ड मी विच इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, दैट यू आर नॉट श्योर कि आपका फेज 1 होगा या नहीं, बट आपके तो यार 89 नंबर आए हैं. मतलब ऐसा क्यों? व्हाई वाज दैट काइंड ऑफ अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट अप्रोच? या वो होता है ना, दूध का जला लस्सी से भी डरता है. ये लग रहा था कि यूपीएससी में प्रीलिम्स नहीं हो रहा तो यहाँ पे भी नहीं होगा.
So I think one thing is that only because, as I told you, when my results came, I had to make 4 people check in my roll number that this is actually true. So that is coming from my failures for the story. I think, but that's humbling also. You kind of you are kind of not like overconfident. I'm going to clear it any day. But second thing that comes in is, sir, my shift was shift 2, which was generally believed that the GK part was tough. And in my all the mocks I've scored well generally, but that was because of GK only. So that's why I told that maybe because of the normalizations and all, I would not be able to clear. Having said that, I never stopped preparing for phase 2 just thinking because मेरा phase 1 नहीं हो रहा. I had a thought it might be possible कि मेरा phase 1 नहीं होगा, but from the next day of phase 1, I think I took a day of break. But from next day or so, I was absolutely looking for my strategy for phase 2. What's gonna be? I was talking to people. What are you gonna follow? What did you follow for when you cleared the examination? All that. So I never wait for results. I assume that results are gonna be positive. Let's assume that and then prepare for it, because otherwise you are way behind.
So ये चीज़ हम बहुत बार समझाते हैं, बट आप शायद हमारे आज सेलेक्टेड स्टूडेंट बोल रहे हैं तो बच्चों को समझनी चाहिए कि फेज़ 1 के बाद पेपर बहुत ही ख़राब हुआ है और आपको पता है कि आपने पढ़ा ही नहीं था तो अलग बात है. लेकिन अगर आपको स्लिमेस्ट ऑफ द चांस भी लग रहा है ना, प्लीज़ डू स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग, बिकॉज वो टाइम बहुत बहुत क्रूशियल है. वो 30 दिन शायद डिफाइन करेंगे कि आप लाइफ के अगले 30 साल में क्या करने वाले हैं. सो प्लीज़ उन 30 दिनों में या तो कोई बहुत ही ऑल्टरनेटिव प्लान है ना तो वो कर लो भाई, नहीं तो फ्री रहने से अच्छा है कि आप अपनी फेज़ 2 की तैयारी कर लो. चलिए फेज़ 2 की प्रिपरेशन पे आते हैं. FM से शुरू करते हैं. तो मैनेजमेंट मतलब जनरली एक बहुत ही बोरिंग या रट्टे वाला सब्जेक्ट माना जाता है. तो हाउ डिड यू प्रिपेयर फॉर द ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड डिस्क्रिप्टिव पार्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट?
So I think on the Ratta wala part, I would say actually I actually enjoyed the management part. First of all, I think it was different from my UPSC preparation. Secondly, sir, I think if you look at those theories, right, and if you try to like put in the people you know in those theories, it's actually very interesting.
Relate to your environment.
Exactly. These people he's more inclined towards power, he's more inclined towards achievement, he's more inclined towards satisfaction or whatnot. So I actually did that. I actually thought while reading only, it came naturally, this person actually fits in this description. So it was interesting for me. But having said that, I broadly, sir, I read EduTab's PDFs, but I made my own summaries from it.
जरा यूजर्स को कंफ्यूजन ना हो कि आप हमारे पेड कोर्स में नहीं थे तो आपने हमारे PDF कहाँ से पढ़े?
हाँ sir, I had a friend who had PDF, so I just borrowed it from her.
Which is perfectly fine.
I'm admitting it to the founder, so
there is nothing wrong in that. If you have access to it, please do read it. हमें ये है कि आपका एग्जाम क्लियर होना चाहिए.
Sir, coming to the sources, I only followed EduTab's PDFs, but I made my own notes from it. I had one pager in OneNote for all the topics. There was one pager on organizational change, one pager on motivation. So very brief. You need to tune out the noise because you will not be able to remember all the things. You don't need to put English in your notes. You just need to put the concept in the
some
notes.
diagrams, some keywords.
Some keywords, which makes you, क्योंकि question दिखा तो बस वो keyword याद आ गया तो you will be able to make the answer. Because if you have understanding of the topic. Along with this, for value addition, what I did was
in the descriptive part,
I did was for each of the topics, I had a 3-4 lines value addition material, which was essentially main psychologists who are related to that topic. For example, organizational change or resistance to change. There was 2 people who had made some written some book on the organization change. I remembered that name, and I also googled that theory in original. For example, if Freud is explaining some theory, what words is he using? Is it easy enough for me to remember? If they are, so I'll just try to start my answer from that. So that will really help for you to stand out. If you are such an aspirant which you kind of had read the syllabus and you are looking for further things to improve, I would say go to the original sources. You have understood the concept. Now you want to improve your ways to present it. So go to the original sources. See how Freud or any other psychologist presented his theory. Just read a paragraph. You need to read the entire theory. So that will help in your presentation in the final exam.
It also gives you confidence that what you are reading is indeed right. I mean,
yeah, definitely,
it resonates with the external world, so you feel good about it.
On the final day of the exam, sir, I attempted 3 of management questions out of the total 4. And in all of the questions, I had minimum 2 psychologists written, which I'm pretty sure a lot of other candidates might not have done it. Because my only target was, I can write the concept, but can I write something better which others people are not writing? As value addition.
ये इन्होंने बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट बोला है कि एग्जाम में ना 6 क्वेश्चन आते हैं एफएम के पेपर में, उसमें से 3 मैनेजमेंट के आते हैं, 3 फाइनेंस के, लेकिन हमें 4 करने होते हैं. तो 4 में से लोग 3 मैनेजमेंट के करके आते हैं, विच एक्चुअली मीन्स के मैनेजमेंट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. लोग उसमें भी पूछते हैं सर व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, कौन सा चैप्टर करें, डिस्क्रिप्टिव कहाँ से आएगा. भैया सारा करके जाओ. 4 में से 3 क्वेश्चन मैनेजमेंट के करके आने हैं. फाइनेंस का डिस्क्रिप्टिव भी नहीं भी करोगे तो चलेगा, बट मैनेजमेंट का डिस्क्रिप्टिव नहीं छोड़ना है हमें.
डेफिनेटली आई एग्री कंप्लीटली.
और जो एग्जाम में ना कुछ नए टाइप के क्वेश्चन आ गए थे इस बार, जिसको हम आरसी बेस्ड क्वेश्चन बोलते हैं, तो उसने सबके मतलब छक्के छोड़ा दिए थे. जब पेपर देखा कि यार ये क्या आ गया, कल्चर पे क्वेश्चन आ गया, पीपल लेफ्ट इट काइंड ऑफ इन पैनिक. आपको कैसा लगा वैसे क्वेश्चन देख के, कैसे हैंडल किया?
So I would like to say in finance and management subjective question, I think I have attempted 29 out of 30 questions and I didn't change it. When I started the paper, I think as everybody, मेरे भी पसीने छूट गए. I felt like कि ये क्या हो रहा है? But I think the main thing which I've learned from failures again, that you can't panic. That's the day you are there to perform and you have to perform it, because that's where otherwise your hard work will come and say कि तू क्या कर रहा था भाई उस दिन, ठीक है? तो I panicked for 2 minutes. Absolutely panicked. I was literally in November I was sweating. So I calmed myself down in 2 minutes. I went to the 1 markers first. I realized 1 markers were very easy. I completed all the 1 markers in like 2 minutes. It gave me a lot of confidence that oh no, I am fine. And when you actually, whoever has given the exam, they will realize the questions which everyone was scared of were actually the most easiest ones, because the answer was actually in the paragraph only. You just had, I think they were just testing whether you can handle pressure, whether you can handle some randomness. Because I think, sir, the world has become so that if I join an RBI and whenever I'm joining, the random things and not so expected things will come in.
You can't plan your work. You can't plan the economy, how it's gonna show up.
Whether I'm able to do that, whether I'm able to calm myself and think on my feet on that.
अब यूएस ने टैरिफ्स लगा दिए हैं, आरबीआई ये तो नहीं कह सकता कि ये तो एक
बहुत ही आउट ऑफ
सिलेबस है, हम क्या करें. They would have to handle it.
Definitely.
So वो मेच्योरिटी आरबीआई चेक कर रहा है कहीं ना कहीं. So be prepared for that. That's it. उसके लिए कुछ अलग नहीं करना है. डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग की तैयारी कैसे की आपने? मतलब लिखते तो सभी हैं, आपने वर्ड लिमिट को फॉलो किया, वैल्यूडेशन के लिए आपने बताया, तो ईएसआई में कुछ अलग किया आपने वैल्यूडेशन के लिए?
सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वर्ड लिमिट मैंने फॉलो किया. ट्राई टू रीच जितना मैक्सिमम वर्ड लिमिट है उसके एटलीस्ट अराउंड, सो दैट बिकॉज इफ आई एम गिवन द स्पेस व्हाई शुड आई यूज इट. उसके लिए आपको टाइपिंग प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी इफ यू आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल विद टाइपिंग. दैट्स वन. Secondly, sir, I would say mocks are not very. This is a very personal opinion again. This might not work for you. I gave 1 full-length mock. I sat for 5-6 hours continuously one day. I gave all 3 papers simultaneously without a break, which is even like you get a break on the final day, but I didn't take a break. And even after that, I realized that I am fine with typing. I'm good at answer writing because of my UPSC background. So I was fine with it. But I was fine with it because I had prepared. I have bled in the preparation rather than in the war. So in the ESI, what I did was, so I again in the value addition, I made a lot of data, notes of all of the data, all of the examples, all of the reports, all of the schemes I can put in my answers. And they need not be a lot, because I only had like 25-30 days for entire phase of preparation. You just need to sit for 2 hours one day, write all the things in 2 pages and just cram it, and that will be useful in all the answers. For example, if you read financial inclusion data, that is helpful in multiple questions. If you read women's data in India, it is helpful in multiple questions. So you need to be very strategically, very smartly think where do something which has very high output to input ratio. So that's what I
So
did.
basically, you made topic wise fodder, and you were ready to put in any question related to that topic by making a context of it.
Definitely, sir. And for example, we read reports, right, for objective part of the ESI. I consciously thought, in which descriptive question can I code this report, because I'm anyway cramming it for my objective. Just giving that 5-second thought. Oh, अगर migration question आया तो I have to quote World Migration Report by World Bank, even if I'm not reading the report. So that's very important, because that 5 minutes extra effort will help you a lot, because if you are able to code such things, I'm pretty sure the checker will see it and they will give some extra points.
Very
So because anyway you're cramming some 100 report for ESI's objective, why not use that hard work somewhere else also?
एंड व्हाट अबाउट ESI प्रिपरेशन? स्टैटिक तो आई एम श्योर आपने पढ़ा नहीं होगा, बिकॉज यूपीएससी में आपने किया हुआ है. तो करंट अफेयर्स की प्रिपरेशन में आपने क्या क्या पढ़ा था?
So current affairs, I mainly focused on schemes and report, which I've again did from the EduTab's PDFs.
ये भी आपको अपने फ्रेंड के कोर्स से
थ्रू मिले हैं सर, 0 रुपीज में.
मैं इसलिए कंफर्म कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि फिर लोग क्वेश्चन करते हैं कि भैया इनके पास कोर्स नहीं थे, इन्होंने EduTab के PDF कहाँ से पढ़े? तो इनके पास अपने फ्रेंड का कोर्स था, बट मैं फिर भी शुरू में बोल चुका हूँ कि हमारे पेड कोर्स के मेंबर नहीं हैं.
तो schemes और reports EduTab से पढ़े, and I used to follow Hindu Business Line daily, but again very selectively. Don't spend 2 hours on newspaper. Just look at where I can use it in descriptive. Questions क्या पूछेंगे? Just think of what are they gonna ask, whether they're gonna ask it. अगर हाँ, write one liner का note maximum.
और वो भी शायद PYQ देख के समझ आ ही जाता है.
That's the basic strategy. You first look at syllabus, you first look at PYQs, then you move on to reading and note making.
Then moving on to the interview, मतलब इंटरव्यू में कुछ ऐसा खास जो आप बताना चाहें apart from the normal interview? Your interview might be on your WorkX.
My interview was definitely quite a bit on my WorkX, but I think one thing I did was, for my preparation, which I'm not sure which everyone does it, I did a lot of counter questioning myself. So if they ask me about cryptocurrencies, what are the next 4 questions they can probably ask based on my answer? And what are the next 4 questions they can ask from my answer? What are the next 4 questions? Till the time it saturates. That, oh, there's no further question they can probably ask me. So that's the preparation you do. If they ask me, what are your strengths? If I say hardworking, can you give me an example of hardworking? Or I'll give an example. In that example, whatever I'm planning to quote, can they ask me next question? That happened actually. And because you are prepared, because you had done that counter questioning with yourself, that helps a lot, sir.
So that was driving your interview.
That was driving interview, because actually you drive yourself that interview. You consciously say geopolitical tensions in the answer, so that they ask you geopolitical tensions. Now you know Israel-Hamas war, you read about it. Israel-Hamas war, maybe you mention US something somewhere, then he'll ask for US. So you're kind of driving it. It sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work, but at least you are prepared for it.
अच्छा, आपसे ये क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था कि भैया IIT से हो, इतने इंडिया के रिसोर्सेज यूज कर लिए, इतना अच्छा कंपनी में काम कर रहे हो, ये क्यों करना चाहते हो?
Of course, sir, that was the first question.
तो कैसे कन्विंस किया? क्योंकि बहुत लोग इससे डरते हैं. सबके अलग अलग रीजन है. कोई बोलता है सर मेरे पास फाइनेंस बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, मैं कैसे कन्विंस करूंगा? मेरे पास WorkX नहीं है, मैं कैसे कन्विंस करूंगा? मैं तो केमिकल सेक्टर में जॉब कर रहा हूँ, मैं कैसे कन्विंस करूंगा? तो ये बहुत दर्दनाक क्वेश्चन है लोगों के लिए. आपने कैसे कन्विंस किया? मतलब
So I think first of all, I think convincing is easy when you're true to yourself. When the answer which you're giving, you actually had, matlab, you are honest with yourself. Then the person you're taking your interview has like 40 years of experience. He knows when you're faking it. You can't fake it. When you genuinely see your dedication, why you left a job, what were you looking for? As I told you earlier, I was looking for satisfaction. I was looking something to do for the country. They saw me and they saw, okay, this person actually doesn't care for money, because my early salary was higher than my RBI salary would be. So they saw that, oh, money is not a factor for me. Then they saw, oh, this person genuinely wants to do something for the society. I hope they were able to say it. But if you are actually truly care for something, you would be able to prove that to anybody. Even if they are there to just disprove you, they at some point they would stop it, and they will be like, oh, this person is actually telling the truth.
Very nice. I must say that no, while he's giving it this answer here also, it's a lot of honesty that is coming out. That is what they need to see. बनावटी आंसर लेके जाओगे पकड़ लेंगे, वो बहुत बुरा धोएंगे और फिर नंबर 40 क्या 4 भी नहीं आएंगे. तो इस चीज़ का ध्यान रखना, क्लैरिटी होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. So it was really nice talking to you, Tavish. Any last advice you would like to give to the aspirants? क्योंकि आपने बहुत कुछ देखा है और ज़्यादातर मैं देखता हूँ बच्चे आप ही की उम्र के हैं, 22, 23, 24, who are struggling with their careers and they are losing all hope amid the, there's lot of chaos. तो क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप उनको?
First of all, thank you so much for this experience, sir. I think it was
My
a great
pleasure.
experience. Multiple things I would like to say to the aspirants, not just RBI grade-based aspirants, in general aspirants, or in general whatever you're doing in your life, right? One thing is, be true to yourself that this is what you really want to do. Then you would not have to ask me this question कि sir motivation कहाँ से आता है, because आपके अंदर से आएगा, मेरे से नहीं आएगा. That is one thing. Once you have, as I told you, right, I make an image in my mind that I want to achieve this. Even in UPSC, when I was not able to achieve it, I still had that image in mind. Oh, one day I'll achieve it. I have to keep patience. So that image आप खुद बनाओगे. वो कैसे बनेगी? जब आप clear होगे, आप true रहोगे खुद के साथ कि oh, this is something I want to achieve. This can be being a cricketer. This can be being a movie star. This can be being anything, not just RBI grade B officer, right? Be true to yourself. Secondly, stop caring about what people think, what people will say, what people will not say, because they aren't gonna say things no matter what. When I cleared RBI grade B examination, they were like, oh, this is not a big achievement. Why are you being so happy? They are gonna say things like it. Don't care for them. You should only care for the small circle, that support system you have. Everyone else are just people are gonna say stuff if you do something, if you don't do something. Don't do something because people are saying it, or do something because people are not saying it, or anything like it. Be something, do something, be something which you want to be, which you want to do. That's my biggest learning that has been in my life so far. Thank you so much.
दिल की सुनो और दिल की बातें अपने इस क्लोज सिस्टम में शेयर करो. जो भी आपके मन में है उससे कहीं ना कहीं आपके मन में जो एक नेगेटिविटी है शायद वो दूर होगी. So with that, I would like to thank Tavish once again, and I hope this interview is not just inspiring, but it will inculcate that fighting spirit inside you. कि यार उतार चढ़ाव आएंगे, यही लाइफ है. लाइफ कोई हमारे कहने से नहीं चलेगी, हमें लाइफ के अनुसार चलना पड़ेगा और हमें पता नहीं है क्या होने वाला है. सो आई विश यू ऑल बेस्ट ऑफ लक. बस अपना सपना जो है उसको सच्चा रखिए और उसके लिए बहुत कड़ी मेहनत कीजिए. मेहनत का कुछ भी ऑल्टरनेटिव नहीं है. थैंक यू.